All right. Good morning for me. I will potentially not be here for my normal 4 o'clock tip, tricks, and tools. So I'm going to record it now. I like to do them live, but Cora's got a basketball game in Creed. So we're going to do this. So tips, tricks, and tools for you. I sat down and did some planning with Jordan. And I'm going to do a whole other video on that whole conversation that went down because it was just like mind opening again, even though this is all stuff that I've already learned. Like I learned it my freshman year of college, but for some reason I just have just forgotten it all. Or it's like your life has kind of changed a little bit. And so because your life has changed, or massively, like for me, freshman year of college, was not married, did not have 5 kids, was not managing a homestead, homeschooling, all those things. So here we are. Here are some tools that I want to pass along to you that I was reminded about from my husband. Because he's amazing at planning and like the details and the nitty gritty of the schedule, and I just am not. I am definitely, I feel like I didn't think I was more of a free spirit, but I am. I am definitely more of a free spirit. So I sat down with him, and I also picked up this calendar that's got, you know, all the months in it through I think it's through January 2024. And what I love is I was able to get this for free from our library. I love this. Every year they do this. So at the Lake City Public Library, I was able to pick up this calendar. And it just gives a nice layout. So you can get basic calendar like that. I also, though, have, this is my third, I just ordered my third one. This is the On the Go planner from, I think it's the Well Planned Gal is her name. Yeah, the Well Planned Gal is like her. So wellplannedgal.com. She has homeschooling planners and busy mom planners and then on the go planners. And I love this planner for the nitty gritty details. This one is for our whole family to try and cover the broad picture, the big picture. So we sat down and I was reminded, here's your tools for today. I was reminded when you sit down to plan out your whole year, which was what our goal was, and we basically got that done. There might be some things this fall and winter that we'll add, but for now, like at least for spring and summer, we're set. So here's the thing that I was reminded of. Here's the thing I learned in like a freshman class, college class. Okay, you take your big jar, and I don't know if any of you can relate to this or remember doing this or have ever done this, but the teacher gives this visual, the professor gives this visual. He's like, brings his jar in, and he's got like big rocks, medium-sized rocks, pebbles, and sand. And what he does is he's like, he tells us like the big rocks are the big ideas, like the broad picture. This is like for scheduling and planning our own lives. But he was like, these are the big picture, these are the non-negotiables, these are the things that have to go in your jar. They have to go in your jar. The medium things, those are like, okay, they need to go in, but maybe they're a little more flexible. The pebbles are like the daily things that need to get done. That if you don't get them done that day, it's probably not a big deal. Probably for me, if you don't get them done like in a month, probably not a big deal. You can shift it to another month. Nobody's going to die. Nothing drastic is going to happen. The sand is the fluff. Like the sand is like the things that it's like, it's just fun little things that you're putting on your calendar that you're planning on doing. So he did this demonstration where he started with, let's put all the fluff in, and then let's put in our, like, the pebbles, and then let's put in the medium-sized rocks. And pretty soon you start to see the jar gets filled up really fast, to the point then where you have no room for your big rocks, the big things that you're like, these have to happen, like, this year. They have to happen this year. So he dumps, like, he pulls everything out, and he demonstrates, again, you have to start with your big things first. You have to put big things on your calendar first. Now, I'm speaking to you guys about your calendar and maybe planning for the year. Okay, so put the big things on your calendar first. So for me, we went in, we put in times that we're planning vacations or times off or times that Jordan's going to be gone. I'm going to be home alone. Like Cora's basketball schedule for the next month and a half went on the calendar because those are non-negotiable. Like she's doing basketball. She can't drive. She's 11. Like I have to take her to those things, or Jordan does. And so those things went on the calendar. My Young Living business meetings went on the calendar because those are non-negotiables. Those have to happen. When people are going to be here, so like Nana comes next Thursday, so not this Thursday, but next Thursday. So that's non-negotiable. That goes on the calendar. Who is coming to visit? When are we going to go visit people? Like all those things. That way, it's all on the calendar. So then whenever you add, so those are your big rocks. Then you're going to add your medium-sized rocks. So for me, the medium-sized rocks are like making sure that I have like when I'm going to do my business hours, when I'm going to homeschool, which was kind of already set in stone anyway. But sometimes those things can kind of flex just a little bit. So that's why I'm like, okay, those things, anything that can kind of flex a little bit, but still has to be done that week are like your medium-sized rocks, okay? Your pebbles are maybe the things that projects you're wanting to get done, okay? So say I want to work on the project of cleaning out the garage, okay? That doesn't have to be done this month. It would be nice, but it doesn't have to be done this month. So that really has a lot of flex room. You know, it has weeks flex room. What we don't want is for that pebble to turn into a medium-sized rock and then turn into a big rock. Because when those things start to turn into bigger deals and bigger things, that's when you're really going to be like, I don't have the capacity in my jar. My jar will not grow any bigger. And that's when you want to make sure that you do get those things on the calendar, but you got to do the big things first, then the medium-sized things, then add the pebbles. The sand is like you're filling in the gaps, okay? So maybe you're like, I got a coffee date with my girlfriend, and I'm going to put this, I can fit this here. So for me, this really frees up my brain and allows me to move forward and get the things done that I need to get done and not worry so much about like, well, did I take care of this? And what about that? And how are we going to do this? And how, like, who's taking care of the animals during this time? And so hopefully this has helped you guys. You can get calendars like, well, obviously I got this one for free, but I know that you can get these for super cheap because they're very basic. And this, like I said, I can't even talk this morning. This planner you can get off the Well Planned Gal, and she's doing a pre-sale for her 2023 and 2024. The only thing about this that some people might not like, especially if they're not homeschooling their kids, is that it goes from July to June of the following year. I love it because I feel like it covers the busiest months. And then like even though I can't plan past June in this one, that's part of the reason why I have this one. So when the new one comes in March, I can go ahead and transfer everything from my master calendar to this one. So I hope this has been helpful to you guys, and even just a good reminder of maybe what you can do and how you should plan for your upcoming year. So I hope you guys have a great afternoon whenever I'm going to post this, and we will talk to you guys later.